one of the retreats that I went on, we were asked to go and find what attracted us in nature. And I was drawn to a tree stump. And that's because as a child, I was fascinated by the rings in the tree. And I went over to look at the rings in the tree, and I decided to sit down on the tree. And I had realized that most of my life, trees had been pretty important to me. From the tree that I played at when I was a little girl, and here I was as an adult sitting on this tree stump. And I was reflecting on the moment, and all of a sudden I became very uncomfortable. And I realized that on this tree stump, the tree had fallen over, and I was sitting on a sharp shard of wood. And I laughed, and I got up, and I said, okay, I've got to redirect a little bit. And I decided to take a walk around the tree, which had fallen and was leaning away from the stump. And as I walked along the tree, I noticed if the tree was upright, it would have been an animal shelter. It would have been a home for an animal. But because it had fallen over, it was filled with water, and it was a reflecting pool. And in that time of my life, I'd been feeling very alone. My husband had died very unexpectedly, and I wanted to kind of find my way. And I walked over, and feeling like I was all alone, and I looked into this reflecting pool, and there I was. I wasn't alone. I was present for myself. It might sound pretty silly, and I traveled around the rest of the tree, and there was this dead tree, and there were new shoots sprouting out on this dead tree. And it really was very symbolic about my own life, that things had changed drastically. He was not in my life any longer, but that certainly didn't mean that I couldn't go on and experience life. And it really taught me an awful lot, from the uncomfortableness of sitting on the stump, to the reflecting of myself in a mirror, to the new growth on the tree limbs.